Is one of Universal's cheapest hotels better than any Disney World hotel? Let's find out. I am taking you with me for a stay at Cabana Bay Beach Resort here at Universal Orlando. This is one of 2 prime value hotels here at Universal, which means high quality accommodations and extra amenities at a prime value price. The other one is Universal's Aventura Hotel out of 8 Universal hotels total. And this resort offers standard rooms and family suites that sleep up to 6. We're located right around Volcano Bay, but all of the Universal hotels are relatively close to Volcano Bay and the Universal theme parks. As any good hotel tour starts, we're gonna start in the lobby, but I think this lobby is gonna surprise you. It blew my mind the first time I walked in. Ooh, Cabana Bay lobby. It is so beautiful and airy, and there's retro music playing. The vibes are just spectacular. There's this lounge in the lobby. I can't wait for our staycation. I'm so excited to hang out with you guys here. Cabana Bay just brings me so much joy to be around, and I am so excited to stay here. I've never stayed here before, so I think it's gonna be a blast. I mean, look at the view out the windows of the pool. Now, check-in is that way. Check-in is at 4 p.m. It is time for us to check in, but I have had no coffee. I'm sleepy, so we've got a way to fix that. But just a heads up, you can check in whenever you want here at Cabana Bay. You can check in anytime, but your room isn't guaranteed to be ready until about 4 p.m. So hopefully our room is gonna be ready right when we get there. After we make a little stop, I found our stop. It's the lobby Starbucks with impeccable vibes, I might add. I'm kind of obsessed with this mermaid wall. What if you guys came in here and I was one of the mermaids? It works because it's very like 50s, 60s, kitschy beach, and also Starbucks' logo is a mermaid. I don't know, pretty smart. Oh, there's one over there too. There's this place. It's a little north of Orlando. It's kind of like a tourist destination. It's called Weeki Wachee Falls, and they're known for their mermaids, and there are mermaids there that you can see in a show swimming around. It's very cool. I highly recommend it. Actually, my family did it, and it's a pretty good memory. You can also see like manatees there. I don't know, that's the vibe I get here. Coffee acquired. Let's go get checked in and check out the room, which I can't wait to show you, especially because there's a very special aspect to it. I gotta say, obviously the like architectural vibes in here are amazing. I think what's really making this resort stand apart for me so far is the music. Like, I feel like I should be walking down a beach. I'm not, but I should be, you know what I mean? All right, I'm all checked in. It took almost no time at all. Like, I think I stood there for maybe not even 10 minutes. Got my room key to head on up. And we've got a map here. You can see how Cabana Bay is laid out. You've got this center area, which is the lobby. This whole building's the lobby building. And then there's all these branched off buildings, which are different room buildings. All right, I drove my car over because I have my car. It is $18 per night plus tax to park. As a hotel guest, it's actually a little more if you park not as a hotel guest or if you're just a visitor. We are headed in to this tower to find our room, and just to give you an idea, that's literally Volcano Bay right there. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, but right now let's go find our room. Something in this image is a hint about why I'm so excited about our room. Ooh. Intensely orange. Found it. Something to know about Universal rooms is that at check-in you will get a room key, and that's how you can open the door. You also can skip the line in the lobby and do mobile check-in, but you will still get a physical room key. You'll still head to the front desk, get your room key, and head up to your room. So let's see inside. All right, very nice. Okay. This is so cool. Surprise! We have a volcano view room. So right outside of our room, like literally right outside, is Volcano Bay. Like, we are above one of the food service locations right here. This is so cool. I'm losing my mind. This is amazing. This is like the best hotel view I've ever had. And you know what? You guys want to see something even wilder? I don't know if you can see on the camera, but right next to the tower, you can see Spaceship Earth right there. He's right next to the volcano in the distance. Like, we might be able to see Epcot fireworks tonight. I can see a couple of other like high things over near Disney. I'm just not sure what they are from this distance, but Spaceship Earth, I can see. This is so cool. Okay, obviously, lots to see and do. We've got to check out this view some more. I've got to stand here and stare at this window for a long time, probably. Other things we got to do, see this whole room and see the rest of the hotel. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Okay, I've stopped staring at the view for a moment, so let's look around the room. You come in, and there's kind of this little alcove right here, which is a weird... I feel like in hotel rooms, I don't usually see this much, like, just random space, but I've put my bag there. The rest of my bags are in the car, which I'm going to get later. But moving on, right on our right here, we've got the closet. It's very small, so it's not like super big. The doors only slide like one half at a time. You've got spare pillow, hangers, like laundry services and things like that. And your in-wall safe that is programmable. And then on the other side, oh my gosh, these doors are kind of hard to slide. Got your iron and your ironing board and a luggage rack. Again, spare pillows are at the top if you want them. We'll go over there in a second. But for now, rest of the room. The room has a lot of space. This is definitely a lot bigger than some hotel rooms I've stayed in over at Disney, where there's a good amount of walking space and room in between the beds. It's still not like the most exciting room. It's pretty standard. It's got what you'd expect a hotel room to have. You've got your TV here on the right, which is playing the Universal channel, which I love. There's some nice materials here. You've got the rundown, which has everything you need to know about staying here. Any questions you might have could be answered on this, and if not, you can call. And there's also a little like leaflet sort of about food. You've got in-room pizza delivery and pizza to go. And then it's also got the new Shakes Malt Shop, which we will definitely be trying, and some information about how to book at Galaxy Bowl, which we will also be talking a lot more about. Then we've got my map that I got at the front desk. This is the coffee machine with plenty of just private collection single cup coffee to go in it. It's just like a little Cuisinart, not very exciting. The condiments it offers do have like creamers and sugars and stuff like that. When we go down, we have our fridge here, which is really more of like a chiller, like a lot of hotel fridges are. It's on the small side, so but plenty for leftovers. And then you got 4 drawers here. They're all the same size. And there's a good amount of storage here. I think it would be enough for 4 adults on like a, 5-night stay or whatever. Past the TV, we have a trash can. A lot of wall outlets in here, I noticed, which is pretty cool. Can never have enough outlets. I've got a million devices to charge at all times. The coolest ceiling lamp ever. I don't know what about it being spherical makes me so excited. And then this nice table, which I think fits the theme pretty nicely without being like overtly themed. Got these 2 green chairs and your ice box here as well. Let's talk about the main feature of this room, the window. So we talked a little bit about the view. Obviously, it's like the best view I've ever seen in a hotel room. I can see all the way to Spaceship Earth. I can see helicopters flying by. I can see the big wraparound billboard on the Disney store. It's just a very, very cool view. I literally stood here and stared at it for longer than I'd like to admit. If you don't want to look at your view, though, we do have privacy curtains, which you can kind of see the view through, but maybe people can't see you as well from the ground. And there are full blackout curtains for when you need that nap. Next up, we have 2 queen beds. Each bed has 2 pillows on it. There are 2 spare pillows in the closet, and I'm sure you could request more if you'd like them. Plenty of space in between the beds, and let's check out that underbed situation. Blocked off, so no underbed storage, but also no chance of leaving something under the bed, which, not that I've ever done that before. We've got a little center table. There's only one bedside table. It is in the middle. It's got sort of this cubby and then another drawer, which has some size to it as well, although not as big as the main drawers. On the table, we have wall outlets, which is really nice next to the bed, an alarm clock, which you don't see in Disney hotel rooms, but you do see in Universal hotel rooms. A remote for the TV, your phone, which has all your little numbers on it, and then a little notepad that says Cabana Bay, and a little pin that says Cabana Bay, which is very cute. Over here in this corner, we've got a wall if you wanted to do connecting hotel rooms, which is a great option here. You can book 2 connecting rooms if you've got adult kids or something, but remember they also have family suites here. And then we have our thermostat. Good amount of space on this side of the bed too, like you could definitely keep a suitcase over here. You also got this fun headboard, which is soft, so if you have your head on it, not that I ever do that, it wouldn't hurt. And then each of these 4 lights, you can turn on just the top or just the bottom or both, or you can turn them off, which is strange. I'm not really sure the function of that, but works for me. That gives us a pretty good sense of the room, but we can't really understand the quality of the room, even with that amazing view, until we do what? Volcano view bed science with Quincy. Let's do it. Let's do some bed science, folks. Ready? Oh yeah. It's comfy. It's good stuff. This bed, it's a mix between soft and firm. I would say it's a little on the firmer side than a Disney bed, but still very comfortable. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes hotel beds can feel a little bit like they're made of cardboard. This does not feel like it's made of cardboard. It feels like it's made of a good enough mattress. Let's check out those pillows though. Okay. Pillows, same deal actually. It's a little bit firmer than Disney pillows. I love Disney pillows because they're super, super soft and I'm a soft pillow gal. However, I know like Emma and a lot of people prefer a firmer pillow. This one's gonna be firmer. I think it's gonna be more crowd pleasing than a Disney pillow. I don't even know if you have a reference for a Disney pillow. This is a comfy pillow though. It's got like, it's like right between firm and soft. So I think anyone's gonna be pleased. But if you ever feel like you're not going to love a pillow or you have trouble sleeping, don't be afraid to bring your own pillow, especially if you're driving. That can be a really huge help. Okay, bathroom-wise, we've got this really cute vanity. It's a single vanity, but a lot of vanity space. So it'd be a little, like, only one person's probably brushing their teeth, you know, using the sink at the same time, but you've got, like, plenty of room to have stuff out on the vanity. There's also drawers, which you don't typically see. They're both pretty long drawers. I don't usually see drawers in hotel bathrooms often at Disney or here, so that's pretty cool. We've got tissues here, washcloths here, a facial bar, your sink, of course, and some hand towels and washcloths and things like that. Also, very small wall hair dryer. I love it. And of course, this cute mirror, which I actually really like and kind of want in my house. And you can see me do this. Under the sink, there is a shelf, which is great for like keeping toiletries during the day to keep them off the counter space, some of the towels, and then we head into the commode room / shower room. Your full-size mirror is on the door here, so you can see me do this. Got your commode, a trash can and toilet paper here, extra toilet paper, towels. There's nothing behind the door, and then there's just this little towel rack here. The shower does have a sliding glass door, which I actually think is very nice, and I love this like blue tile pattern on the wall. Oh my gosh, careful. Then we've got 3 little like cubby things, and there's shampoo, creme rinse, and Zest bath bar as your toiletry options in here. There's a clothesline if you need it, which is great because again, we are right next to a water park. And there's the shower head. Let's take a look at that shower pressure. Oh, it's aggressive. She's aggressive and it's kind of spraying me. Who left it like that? Shower pressure's okay. I can tell you I wouldn't be satisfied with it. But, you know, I'm on vacation. I like an aggressive shower. Like, if I don't feel like my shower is beating me up, then what's the point? So, you know, I can live with it for a few days for sure, but not the highest pressure shower. But yeah, that's the room. All right, we gotta talk about pricing, of course. Maybe the most important part of booking a hotel, unfortunately. Now, I've been invited by Universal to tour this room. Thank you, Universal, for having me. But I'll tell you, I literally already have sent Emma summer pricing to book this room again so that we can come and do like a Volcano Bay fun day together as like a little staycation. So, listen. I am pretty shocked by this pricing. I think you're gonna be too. Okay, confirmed. This hotel room is 300 square feet. So that's pretty sizable when there are like ones that are a lot smaller in Disney for sure. So you can obviously see we have a volcano view room, which is awesome. There are a couple of different room categories here. There's the family suites, of course, but when it comes to standard rooms, you've got standard rooms, poolside rooms, or volcano view rooms like the ones we're in. Now, the room pricing at Universal does vary based on date, view, availability, and accessible accommodations. So your prices can vary a little bit. That said, a room like this, a standard room, can run you from $170 to $330 per night. And I looked, and with a Florida resident discount that I'm currently getting, this volcano view room is going for $180 in July per night. Now, that's incredibly cheap. That's cheaper than a lot of times the All-Stars are. It's priced kind of similar to Disney's Pop Century Resort in a lot of ways with all the different room types, but just like a super affordable, accessible option for families in a way that I can't often say about Disney hotels. And look at this! The best theme park view I've ever had in my entire life. Without that Florida resident discount, I'm seeing rooms around $300 for July. $300 per night, which is not crazy at all compared to a lot of hotel reservations at Orlando theme parks. Family suites are going to run you between $230 and $400 per night, and the 2-bedroom suites will run you between $440 and $720 per night, being the most expensive. But of course, also sleeping the most people. But enough about the room. Even though I could, again, sit here all day and stare at this volcano, we have got a lot of really cool stuff to see, and that is what we are going to do. Cabana Bay is amazing, and not just for the view of Volcano Bay and the proximity to Volcano Bay. There's a lot of other stuff to see as well. So we have a lot of hotel to see. One thing I'll note before we leave the rooms is that there is in-room pizza delivery here. So that's kind of the room service option. If you want to see what that in-room pizza delivery is like, you can check out my tour of Endless Summer Dockside Resort. I did do the pizza delivery delivery for my dinner that time. You can go check it out over there. Goodbye to the volcano view for now. Bye, volcano view. I can't wait to see what it looks like at night because Volcano Bay actually closes pretty soon, so I'm excited to see that. So one thing I want to show you before we head back to the lobby to start our tour. That hotel right there, right across the street, is Aventura. That's the other Prime Value Hotel. Let me know if you guys want to see a tour of that one too. Looks like there's some fun stuff happening on the roof. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that. One thing I will show you that is pretty insane is just how close we are to Volcano Bay. So you just saw me walk out the door, and we are walking literally right here to what you'll see is the Volcano Bay Resort Guest Entry. You do have to have your room card to get in here, so it's kind of so people don't park and walk in. But here's the entrance, and since I did lose my room key, I can't fully go, but Volcano Bay's full entrance right there. Those green banners are right at Volcano Bay's gates. So my room is actually closer to Volcano Bay than the buses drop you off from standard parking. This is, again, maybe the closest I've ever stayed to a theme park. The only thing I can think of that's quite this close is Grand Californian in Disneyland at Disney California Adventure, and even that might be a little further away. I'm now going to teleport to the lobby. One thing you guys might not know about me is I could teleport, so, you know, anyway. See, we're in the lobby. I think we're gonna go ahead and check out the two pools before we check out the inside spaces, just because I don't want us to lose light and it's getting a little later. So I'm gonna do that first. Also, I can't wait to get outside and show you guys the pools. Ton to see in the lobby building that we will be coming back to, but outside, we got the first of our two pools. The theming is so fun. So right off the lobby, you'll find a couple of different room buildings. You'll find the Starlight building, the Thunderbird building, and the Castaway building. And these all surround the Cabana courtyard, which is right here. So if you don't have access to Volcano Bay, I have an annual pass, so I would if I stayed here, but Volcano Bay tickets aren't super cheap. So if you don't have access to Volcano Bay, don't sweat it. There are two really big pools, complete with slides and a lot of amenities here at Cabana Bay. So first thing that we'll see here is a fire pit. There is a fire pit at each of the two pool areas. We'll check out the other one in a little. Great time at night. They do run the fire weather permitting, and you can get s'mores kits, which is pretty awesome. So a great amenity. And we've got our first food service location we're checking out. This is Atomic Grill. An Atomic Grill is a poolside shaded bar and grill that has sandwiches, wraps, salads, and kebabs, along with stuff like cold beer, wine, specialty cocktails, and non-alcoholic beverages as well. So kind of your go-to spot when you're having your pool day. I would love to have a frozen pool drink by this pool for sure. Okay, so I was checking out the Atomic Tonic menu, and they have a couple specialty cocktails, including frozen ones and on the rocks ones. The frozen ones, there's something called the Cabana Bay Colada. And could I help myself? No. Look at the souvenir cup. So something that Universal does a lot is cocktails that automatically come in a souvenir cup, and then when you return with the cup, you get a discount on said cocktail. So one of my favorite things about Volcano Bay is that you can get very, very good double cocktails in a souvenir cup and then go back and they're a lot cheaper. These frozen cocktails are $16, and when you bring the souvenir cup back, it's a $12 refill. And there's not like a time limit on it. It's not just today. It's like I could do this tomorrow or next time I stay at Cabana Bay if they still have the same deal. That's amazing. Also, this has a lid. I'm so excited about this cup. It's so cute. I have a fun cup cabinet at my house and it's full of fun cups that I get like from work. And I'll show it to you guys because I think you'll like it. Now, as you maybe guessed, the reason this is called Cabana Courtyard is they do have these super cute cabanas for rental. They come with a personal LCD TV, an in-house telephone, and more. And anybody can rent them. They do have rentals available at Atomic Tonic, where you can go check them out. So it's pretty cool. Nice little cabana space, a little like spot to have for your whole pool day. We've also got a kids splash pad in the pool, as well as a water slide that you can see kind of goes right next to this giant mock diving platform. But let's go check out a little more of the pool, shall we? I just realized I got so excited about the cabanas that I forgot to try the drink. So let's give it a try. This is the Cabana Bay Colada. It is mixed rums, Parrot Bay Coconut, and mango. Okay, this is good. It mostly just like a plain pina colada. I'm getting a lot of that coconut, but there's definitely that hint of mango to it. Wish there was a bit more mango. And honestly, this is very, very, very sweet. So if you're a sweet drink drinker, the frozen drinks here might be where it's at. I personally will say that I think I prefer the on the rocks drinks at Universal Pool Bars, but in general have found that the pool bar drinks at Universal are very, very, very well crafted, which is shocking to me because like theme park pool bar, you know what I mean? So cheers to this very sweet colada. Back in the back, you'll find the beach and bay pavilions, which are typically just used as seating areas, as well as a screen, because they do poolside movies, which is pretty awesome. You can see the schedules for that in the lobby. I guess we'll check out what they're playing tonight when we head in there. Otherwise, you got a pretty sizable pool here. And again, lots of cabanas. So it could be a great way to spend your resort day. I will say, like at Disney Value Hotels, I don't recommend a resort day typically unless you're just a big pool fan. I highly recommend a resort day at Cabana Bay because there's just a lot to do here and I think it's worth checking out. There are also a number of poolside activities. I saw some folks playing cornhole. There's ping pong over here, sand toys, so lots of stuff to do to hang out by the pool. They also have these checkerboard tables, which is very cool. Can you play checkers? Oh my gosh, they have chess and checker game pieces. And Emma could not come with me because she had to go home to Tennessee, but boy, do I wish she was here so that we could play checkers. Emma and I love checkers. Now another thing about Volcano Bay, oh look at these tiles, I like those, that you certainly won't see at a Disney Value resort of any kind, is that you can walk to the theme parks. The theme parks are just this way. I'm not going to do the full walk right now because that's what we're doing in the morning. There are shuttles to the theme parks if you want to take them, and those are very brief likely. The shuttles for Endless Summer Resort were super brief, like under a 10-minute ride, and shuttles come every 10 to 15 minutes. So it's super easy to get to and from the theme parks when you're staying here at Universal. So if you head out this way, where I just walked, you can head to the theme parks. We're going to do that tomorrow morning. We'll talk about just how long it takes to walk and how busy it is right around park open. And that, as you can see, is here at the very, very back of the Cabana courtyard. So that's courtyard 1. We made it back to the lobby, which means we can look at what the movie is. Let's say Tuesday. Shut up, it's Puss in Boots. Just Puss in Boots, not Puss in Boots The Last Wish. If it was Puss in Boots The Last Wish, I would be here. I would be sat. The lobby does have a lounge called Swizzle Lounge. Another thing that you will not typically see in Disney Value hotels is a lounge. They do have specialty drinks as well as just like a full bar. So if you want your old favorite, they probably have it here. Got a rum punch, espresso martini, lots of like 50s and 60s themed cocktails. There's also some Paradise Potion. And then also draft beers, canned beers, hard seltzers and things like that, wine and spirits. But that's Swizzle. We of course are still drinking our pool drinks, so we do not need to stop here by Swizzle. Plus we got a lot more to see and do. We're on our way to the other pool right now. We're gonna make some stops along the way. In this main lobby room, you'll also spot the Vacation Planning Center. This is a great spot to actually get items related to your Universal theme park going. You can plan your visit, purchase tickets, pick up tickets, whatever you might need to do. If you've got theme park questions, that's the place to go. Hotel questions, you're gonna wanna head to the front desk. Couple other amenities here. There is luggage services. So you can drop your bags off if you're either checking in before your room is ready or checking out and want to still head to the theme parks. You can drop your stuff off at luggage services. And there is a car rental desk, although these are often closed, so limited hours, but they do have an Avis desk in here. Let's move on though to the Universal gift shop. The hotel does have a Universal gift shop, which continues that 50s theme. But this is a great stop if you saw something at the theme parks and you maybe wanted it and didn't get it, or if you just have any essentials to get. They do have a lot of the theme park merchandise, but not all. So I do recommend that if you see something you really want, make sure you grab it before you can't go to that store again. But they do have a whole Harry Potter section in here for you to check out. Pixie Mitt, this stuff I've never seen before. This is new. Troll Bogey Buddy with bogey bits. Ew. Lots of basic Universal merch and Universal pins. Minions merch. Minions Land is opening soon, so I'm pretty pumped about that. And then there is some Cabana Bay specific merch. You've got some Cabana Bay sun shirts, a sweatshirt, Cabana Bay shot glasses here. These beautiful Cabana Bay tumblers. Soak up the sun. I don't know if that's Cabana Bay specific, but it looks it. I think it is. And then Cabana Bay tanks. And Cabana Bay robes. No way. I want a Cabana Bay robe. Plus Cabana Bay towels, Cabana Bay mugs. I love the towels. A lot of folks like to get like souvenirs specific to their hotel, or just like maybe you are a Cabana Bay regular. I'm about to be. I'll tell you that right now. If you forgot anything, this spot is also a great stop because they've got a lot of like pool essentials or like theme park bags that you might need, which is great. Sunglasses. I love to forget sunglasses, apparently. So you can get those in here. If something happens to some shoes, they got flippy floppies. I don't recommend necessarily shopping for this kind of thing here because generic stuff like this tends to run a bit of a premium in theme park. And hiding amongst the minion merch is my favorite part of any hotel gift shop, the essentials stand, which has all of those essentials, things you might have forgotten, things you might have not known you needed, medicine, sunscreen, things like that. I just recommend knowing where to find this stuff because when things get dire, and sometimes you might need to buy Tylenol or Advil or something. I know I sure do. Those are pro tip if you are in the theme parks and get struck with like a headache or something. They do have first aid, and you can get like single or 2 dose servings of pain medicine. They have a couple options, so when in dire need, go ahead and check that out. It typically is complimentary. We are back at the Starbucks, which we saw earlier, and again, an amazing amenity. Most Disney hotels, and I'm not just talking about the values, most Disney hotels do not have coffee bars. If they do, they don't have name brand coffee bars, but maybe they serve Joffrey's. I absolutely love having access to a Starbucks here in the lobby. We're going to go upstairs in a bit. Some of the most exciting things about this hotel are upstairs, but we've got to continue on to head to the other pool before we lose that light. Here we find ourselves at Bayliner Diner, which is pretty crowded because it is about dinner time. This is going to be the main food option here. There are others, we'll get to that, and we might even eat at one of the others, but this is going to be your food court. You've got grab and go, and then different stations where you can get things like pizzas, deli items, burgers, salads, and desserts. And you can kind of mix and match with what you want here. They've got ices, that's pretty rad. I love ices. And all the different stations. So everybody can kind of get something they might be in the mood for. It is pretty crowded right now. Just like the theme parks, when you're staying at a bigger hotel like Cabana Bay, I do recommend eating at off-peak meal times. It'll help for you to avoid some of those crowds. But, you know, if you're hungry, you're hungry. Frozen yogurt bar. What flavors do they have? Strawberry lemonade. This is cool. And then once you've grabbed your food, you can take it out to the dining area, which is, honestly, I think pretty spectacular as food court dining areas go. You've got your sauces bar and, like, utensils and things like that, toasters, Coca-Cola freestyles over there, and then they're playing 1950s and 60s cartoons and beach movies on the screens, which just really adds to the vibe. There's a ton of seating in here, booths and regular tables, and it's really fun, like stylized beach mural here on the back wall. Also, they're still playing that like old retro music in here, which again just increases the vibes. I don't make the rules. Something else to note is that by the guest rooms, there is like ice and vending as well as guest laundry periodically, and there's a lot of signage pointing to that. You can also see on the maps. But let's head on out to the Lazy River Courtyard. I bet you can guess why it's named that. So this is the smaller of the 2 fire pits. Well, the fire pit's actually the same size. The seating area is just a little smaller. And this can get very crowded. I've actually been here before and it was very, very crowded at this fire pit, but there was still room for s'mores making. But don't worry, once you get into the pool deck, there's another fire. It's a little hot, so no one's around the fires. But this courtyard is really cool because you're super close to Volcano Bay here. This pool is gonna be similar in size, but it's not gonna have a slide or quite as many amenities, but still pretty awesome. And a good size. Lots of folks are out here having a good time. There's also not cabanas at this pool, so if you want to do a cabana rental, you're going to need to do it over at Cabana Courtyard. I still really love the vibes here. They're playing like pop music, and you can see Volcano Bay and the rest of the hotel. So this is what I'm saying. You want to feel like you're at Volcano Bay? You basically are. Not really, but you kind of are. We've also got the Hideaway Bar and Grill here, which is going to be the food and beverage location here at this side of the pool. And so this spot is going to have like Atomic Grill, a full bar with a walk up. They're also going to offer that souvenir cup with those $12 refills. And on top of that, in this very, very cool architectural space, I'm like shocked how cool this is. Look how cool this is. We've also got this little walk up counter where they're going to have hot dogs, burgers, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, that kind of thing. Just your poolside food. I think if I were gonna go here, I would get the original Honolulu hot dog because it has pineapple bacon sausage on it. That sounds really good. Maybe I have that for dinner? I don't know. I'm in a crisis. There's a lot of food options here. I'm going upstairs. Like, I just want to literally come stay here and just hang out. Another fire pit. This one's not lit though. Check out that volcano view. This is what I'm talking about. This table, just hang out there. More poolside activities over here with ping pong and Connect 4. We are Very close. That's the tower we're in. There's also a tower over here. So these are going to be the volcano. It's so crazy how close we are to Volcano Bay. The slide is right here. We're closer to parts of Volcano Bay than you can get to parts of Volcano Bay in Volcano Bay. There is a hot tub over here too, so if one is too busy, you could try the other pool. But frankly, this pool is better than the other one for one reason and one reason only. It is not this splash pad, but that's a pretty cool. Kids love splash pads. Movies by the pool happen over here as well. And you've got restrooms. Not neat, but important. The actual cool thing that sets this pool apart is that it has a lazy river. Yes, for real, around this whole pool area, there is a lazy river. Just like you are in a real water park, just like you're next door at Volcano Bay, you can float in a pool-specific lazy river for almost the whole day. And you can buy tubes right over here at the tube shack. Prices vary based on which tube you want to buy. And they'll give it to you deflated, and you can deflate it right here, right on the side. They have like air pressure to inflate your tube, which is pretty neat. Now, if you do want to participate in that lazy river, you can do so tube free. You can also bring your own tubes if you have them, if you want to deflate them and pack them in your luggage or bring them in your car. And that way you can tube along in the lazy river. But if you want a tube, you will have to pay for it. So that's something to be aware of. You saw those prices, so make sure to budget that in if you are planning on lazy river and about. I know I would be. I'm gonna go up that fun ramp and walk straight to the second floor of the building, which is pretty cool. I will say, I do just feel like happy at this hotel. Like, it's so themed, and there's like, it feels like a lot to do. So it just puts you in a good vacation-y mood, you know? I'm working and I feel like I'm on vacation, which, to be fair, I feel a lot, but I definitely feel it here. All right, second floor. You can really see down the Bayliner Diner. I am out of breath, don't judge me. So there's some nice seating up here, actually. I'd hang out here. Then you got the Fun in the Sun Rec Center, which is currently closed, unfortunately. But when it is open, it's a fitness center. And that's something that I think is pretty awesome at value hotels, because you can't always count on there being a fitness center. And of course, there isn't one right now, but when there is, that's pretty cool. We're heading this way. So we're on the second floor of the lobby building, and there's a lot more to see up here too, which is so neat. It does not stop downstairs. Next up, we've got the Game-O-Rama. As you can probably guess, this is an arcade. And they got a lot of modern arcade games. Oh my gosh, this is way bigger than I was expecting. Holy moly. So you've got some Universal games, like a Minions, Jelly Lad game. And I'm overwhelmed by the sounds. Transformers game. I don't know, that's like a fish. A lot of people in here. Usually the arcades are like empty when I go in them. Skee ball, that's fun. Oh my gosh, okay, and you can win prizes. So this is something, this is why there's a lot of people in here. This is something that most, like, actually there are no Disney arcades that you can win prizes like this. In the Universal Parks you can, but it's pretty cool because you can literally win tickets and win prizes. So here on the second floor we have Galaxy Bowl. Galaxy Bowl is a table service restaurant and bowling alley. Yes! A Prime Value Resort has a bowling alley for real. The food-wise, they serve up Americana favorites. I have eaten here and bowled here before, and it was a blast. Something that I highly recommend doing if you are going to be here at Cabana Bay one of the evenings of your stay. Or maybe afternoons, bowl when you want. I'm alone, so I'm not gonna be bowling or eating there tonight, especially because reservations are tight, and I wanna make sure everybody who wants one was able to get one. I don't recommend making a reservation day of. I just looked, there are none available. But when I originally looked about 2 weeks out, there were plenty of reservations, so highly recommend booking in advance. Galaxy Bowl does have its own merchandise. That's how I roll, Galaxy Bowl merchandise. It's like a retro bowling alley kind of vibe. They've got, as you can see, some American favorites, and the food is very good. I have eaten here. It's honestly like better than you would expect, or about what you'd expect from bowling alley food. There is a full bar in here. The bar, you do not need reservations. You can just walk up to the bar, which is pretty cool, and it is a full bar. And then you've got some seating for the bar. You check in here and get your shoes, and then the tables where you eat are kind of along the sidewall, and the bowling lanes are this way. You can see it's a very small bowling alley, which is why reservations are hard to come by. So again, just make sure you're doing them in advance. But super fun. It's like got the nighttime bowling alley vibes with like the fun colors and lights, and of course the fun screens. What is going on with these lamps? Typically I wouldn't advise bowling on like a vacation because obviously you can bowl anywhere, but when the bowling is in your hotel, maybe I advise it a little more. But I think it's about time we got some dinner, and I've got a little surprise for after dinner too. Just gotta decide where I want to eat dinner. There was the Hideaway, Atomic Grill, and Bayliner Diner. A lot to consider. While I make my dinner decision, I'm going to show something very crucial that I almost forgot to show you, and that would have been embarrassing for me. But also I just want to say that this resort on a map looks very spread out. Does not feel it. At any time, I feel like the furthest you are from the main lobby building is about a 10-minute walk. So it's really not too bad. Even if you're walking all the way from the far end of the resort to the Volcano Bay walkway, it's probably only giving you like a 15-20 minute walk at most. So it's not too spread out. I'm not even sure it would be that much actually, but maybe it would. I don't know. I'm a fast walker. All right, so we got restrooms and an ATM is right here. And continuing on, we find Jacques Lalaine's Fitness Center. This is really cool because a lot of value hotels in other places don't have fitness centers, including Disney. Disney values definitely do not have fitness centers. Better yet, it's a big fitness center and the theme continues in there. So it's very cool. I will show it to you. I'm not going to talk in there because there are folks looking out. I'm going to try not to show them. So there's like actual Jacques Lalane memorabilia in here and Jacques Lalane fitness tapes on the TV. It's just a really cool fitness center. Maybe the coolest hotel fitness center I've ever been in, honestly. I never want to work out on vacation, but like in here, I'm like, what if I did? We're heading out the front. There are a lot of doors out to the front. And to our right here is where you'll find the bus stop. A lot of people with balloon animals walking out of it. That's funny. So the lobby's over there just across the way. And then here is some old cars, which is an awesome element of the theming. They just keep these like old cars parked outside the lobby. And then right around this corner is where you'll find those buses to City Walk and Universal right this way. So you see these shelters, that's where you're gonna wait. Buses run every 10 to 15 minutes. Very short bus ride. Like a not even 10-minute bus ride. So super easy to get to and from the theme parks here. At any Universal hotel, it's gonna be super easy to get to and from the theme parks. If you're wondering what we look like for a Disney drive, it's gonna look like about a 20-minute Uber, 23-minute drive Uber, depending on what part of Disney you're going to. And those Ubers do tend to cost like around like $30, I would say, obviously spiking up at peak times. I've seen them as low as like 20 bucks. One thing about the Universal hotels is pretty much every time I've stayed here, there's been a bus when I'm ready to get on the bus. There's no waiting for buses here as much. Look how pretty. Okay, I made my dinner decision. I'm going to the Hideaway, and that's because of that hot dog that I saw on the menu when we were out here earlier. Everything comes around. Also, look how pretty the volcano looks. All right, I've got a buzzer for when my food is ready, and weirdly they're not playing Puss in Boots, they're playing Monsters vs. Aliens, but this movie kind of slaps. I think it's underrated, so I'm gonna watch it until my food is ready. This isn't Monsters vs. Aliens, it's Megamind. I'm an embarrassment. All right, I went for a pretty big meal because I haven't eaten in a while. This is the Honolulu hot dog, which again is that pineapple bacon hot dog with a passion fruit mustard. Comes with fries, looks amazing. And then we've got a caprese salad, which is huge. I wasn't expecting it to be this big because it actually wasn't that expensive. It was like $7, I think almost $8. But anyway, very excited about it because I love caprese and I've been craving it. So this is a great meal, I think. Salad first, got a little bit of everything. Hello, it's Quincy from the future. The footage about how good my food was got lost, so I'll tell you now. The hot dog was pretty good. Honestly, neither of these things were that much to write home about. The hot dog itself was good, but I did not taste like the pineapple and all those other flavors that I was supposed to. It was also a little on the dry side, and it was way too much bun to hot dog. So it was good. It was tasty, especially considering how hungry I was, but I don't think I'd get it again. The caprese salad was really good just because I love caprese. Like, it's hard for me to go wrong with like tomatoes, mozzarella, balsamic, which is pretty much all this is. So I really enjoyed this. It was a way bigger portion than I was expecting. I might get the caprese salad again. But anyway, back to past Quincy. Finished dinner. I'm very full now. I've been slingshotting around the stomach situation today. But I have one more surprise, and luckily I saved room because it is a pretty exciting surprise that I really want to show you guys. And it's probably the thing I've been looking forward to most all day. And then we get to go see Night Volcano. We got a sneak peek and it looks pretty cool back there. So I can't wait to see what our view looks like. S'mores are happening. And if we weren't headed where we are headed, I'd be considering s'mores. All right, so we're back in Bayliner Diner, which you remember, you're familiar with. We're gonna go to the side of Bayliner Diner, across from where the actual food court itself is, to a little place over here. Welcome to Shakes. Right over here, this is the malt shop. So it's a shakes and malt shop, ice cream spot with lots of ice cream specialties. And we're definitely gonna grab ourselves something, I think. Now this spot has definitely been busy pretty much all day, so don't expect to roll up super quick. That said, they do have breakfast sandwiches and things in the morning, so if you want to stop by early, you could get yourself some breakfast. They have, it looks like 12 flavors of hand-scooped or received ice cream. They have toppings you can get. This is like a full-out ice cream shop, which is really awesome. I did go for a shake because obviously it's called Shakes, and you can get it malted, which is awesome. I thought for a second that you couldn't. I was like, hey, that's rude. But I went with the PB&J, which is the vanilla ice cream, peanut butter sauce, strawberry syrup, whipped cream, and Reese's Pieces. Because I do love peanut butter flavored things, and we'll see how it is. Sounds pretty good. All right, milkshake acquired. It definitely took like about, it was like a 25-minute trip in here total. So again, be patient when you're getting food at these bigger resorts. The lines are gonna be long. And if that's a deal breaker for you, it's something to consider. But I went with the PB&J. It looks super tasty, and I'm gonna give it a try. Milkshake cheers. Ooh, yes, it tastes just like a PB&J. Mostly peanut butter flavors, and I got a Reese's Pieces on that sip, so definitely tasting a lot of peanut butter, but there's a little fruitiness from the strawberry. If you've had the PB&J shake at 50's prime time, I would say this one is a little more my speed because it's a little more peanut butter forward. That one tastes a little more like peanut butter and jelly, but I think they're equally good. Also really good consistency. They have like the good milkshake machines in there. This is a pretty good milkshake. And we're gonna drink it on the go because, stay with me, night volcano, night volcano, night volcano, let's go. Night volcano, night volcano. I'm so excited. Night volcano. Oh, it looks so cool. Of course the water park's empty because it is closed. But theoretically, you could see Magic Kingdom and Epcot fireworks from here on a clear night. That's so cool. Get comfortable, get cozy. It's time that we talk about whether or not Cabana Bay Resort is worth it. I'm gonna come out straight up and say, I think Cabana Bay is worth it. I literally have been thinking about who I can invite to Cabana Bay. I have already invited Emma and Cassie from DFB today to come have a fun Cabana Bay stay with me. So clearly, I think it's worth it. If we want to talk about the perks, a stay at a Universal hotel in the prime value category will net you early admission to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter sections of the theme park, free and easy transportation all around the resort, resort-wide charging privileges, and purchase delivery. So if you buy something you don't want to carry around the parks, you can get it sent back to your hotel. Pros-wise, I want to say that the value is a huge pro. It's a very reasonable price to stay at this hotel. Especially when you consider the amenities. I think that's what makes it so reasonable, even compared to like non-theme park hotels like chains. It's reasonable to stay here because there are so many amenities. The room size is a plus. This is a 300 square foot room. It's a lot of space for little old me. And it should be enough space for your family too. The amenities and perks are, in my opinion, the biggest pros here. Lazy river, bowling alley, arcade with prizes, milkshake shop, 2 pool bars, like, it's just amazing. On top of that, you can walk to Volcano Bay, and there are rooms that have views like this. So I just think when you talk about those amenities and perks, that's where you're really getting a plus here at Cabana Bay. On the con side, it is a little spread out. There's a little more walking to this resort than some others. It's certainly crowded. I had some long waits for food. This is a very big resort. It was a little tricky for me to find parking, so it's definitely going to be more on the crowded side. Also, it doesn't get as many perks as some of the more expensive Universal resorts. And if you want to learn more about the more expensive Universal resorts, let me know in the comments and maybe we can do a staycation together. Overall though, gonna be honest, not many cons. I truly would come back here. The idea of having 2 nights at Cabana Bay and doing a Volcano Bay day, that I can't think of much that's better than that. So I literally already priced it out. But I have extended bed science to do, which is 8 hours of bed science, as you should all do during your theme park vacation. I know it's tempting to not get all that. Get your 8 hours of bed science. But before then, I think I'm going to stare at the volcano a little longer with the Food Network in the background. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. All right. I overslept a little. Bed was comfy though, because you can tell because I overslept. So yeah, slept well, no issues. I'm now heading to walk to Universal. We're going to see how long it takes. So far, so good. So this walk is actually called the Garden Walk, and it's a really beautiful walk honestly, there's like a ton of like awesome landscaping and stuff. All right, took me about 20 minutes to walk from the lobby to City Walk. I will say I'm a fast walker. So I'd say that from Cabana Bay, this is probably a 20 to 30 minute walk, with other hotels being a bit closer. That said, I love the ability to walk to the parks. I just think I'm glad that the 10-minute shuttle bus that comes every 7 to 10 minutes is an option as well. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And now go watch my tour of Universal's Endless Summer Resort Dockside. I'll see you there.